Helldivers is basically perfect in every single measure.
Nothing like the taste of freedom! Freedom never sleeps!
Welcome to Intermission.
Democracy has landed.
Problem was, it did everything too well. Gunplay, incredible. Tons of different guns. They all feel distinct and are good in different situations. The machine gun's good for swarms, but it can't penetrate big boy armor. And the autocannon is good at fucking up the big boys, but is not good with swarms. There is meaningful choice. Bug design is fantastic. They don't have health bars because you don't need them. Pop its head off, it dies after a few seconds, and it's the scariest couple of seconds I've ever experienced in a game. Shoot its legs off, it won't die for ages, can still crawl, and if you completely annihilate them with bullets, they die instantly. It feels like you're fighting organic beings, fantastically designed. The other enemy is automatons. The automatons. Bugs, easy money. They can't even shoot you. Automatons can most definitely shoot you. Automatons, man. Missions, they are picked from the galactic map. They're pre-evolved. One example is launch a rocket. So you gotta find the launch code, go to the rocket place, you gotta punch the launch codes in, raise the rocket up, fuel the rocket, aim the rocket, shoot the rocket, nuke strike for democracy. The soundtrack for Helldivers 2, brass has become space, thanks to John Williams, and it was a good choice. Stratagems, these things are put in like cheat codes. Up, down, left, right, start, and then throw. They're they're basically little dopamine balls. You throw them, and 3 to 6 seconds later, you've got put all of this shit together, and you have an endlessly entertaining game. So people started to tell their friends. More and more people bought it, which is usually a good thing, but the developers really weren't ready for it.
And will perish tragically all the time. Now,
Arrowhead Studios are a small team of about 100-ish people. They've made Magicka, The Showdown Effect, Gauntlet, and Helldivers. I've played Magicka 2 and Helldivers 1. Magicka is a wonderful game about combining spells. Combine fire and earth, you get a fire boulder. Combine death and fire, you get death fire beams. You can cast spells on yourself. Cast a heal spell, you'll heal yourself. But if you cast the rock spell, this happens. You can cast heal and fire on yourself. This game has a fantastic sense of humor. Like my great-great-grandfather built this tent with his bare hands. Your guide is Vlad, who's pretending not to be a vampire, and he's doing a wonderful job. Charming. And what you've been hearing is the Magicka 2 soundtrack, and it's a fucking banger as well. It's a good time. I highly recommend it, especially with a friend. It's on sale often for like £3. Although I will say the PC controls are fucking horrendous. Left click to move, right click to aim, and the WASD keys are all your spells. Makes me want to poke. Helldivers 1 is just a wee Helldivers 2. Down to the stratagems having the same input, the same voice lines.
freedom never sleeps! Freedom never sleeps!
The same guns, it's just top down and chibi. You should go back and play it. It's good to see the evolution. It's important to note that these weren't big games. The peak concurrent player count of Helldivers 1 was 6,000 players, and the peak concurrent count of Magicka was 11,000. Helldivers came out on the 9th of February, and by the 12th of February, it had a player count of 250,000, and their servers were not ready for this type of attention, so they increased the server limit to 360,000, and within 5.5 minutes of the server being up, they got past it. By the 25th, they had a concurrent player count of 450,000. It was an utter shit show. Stuck on this screen to finally get through, to get stuck on this screen, the expanding void, standing still after picking stuff up, things being insanely difficult, no matchmaking, the classic crash for every reason, and people were not happy about it. And I think understandably. I have a few hours every night to play a game. Some people do not have that luxury. They have jobs, they'll have children, they might not have all the time in the world. So they sit down, get all comfy, get their snacks, the kids are in bed, and then they're stuck on this screen for 5 hours. And I'm sure there's people taking it far too far, as there always is. Most people are just upset they can't spread democracy. And this brought the review score down. When I first got it, it was on mixed, which is mental because the game is incredible. I think it's important to remember that they were never going to be ready. They'd only ever had 11,000 players at one time. They couldn't have possibly thought they would have nearly 500,000 players. They have shown something that as gamers have known for a long time. The best marketing you can have isn't actually marketing. It's having a good product. If you make something really, really good, let's take a book. Someone reads it, really likes it, so they recommend it to 2 more friends. Those 2 people read it, so they recommend it to 2 more people. Those 4 people read it, recommend it to 2 more people, 6, 8 people, 16 people. Exponential growth. Numbers get big. This compounds for longer if your product defies genre. Think Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, Lord of the Rings. These things are so good that people would watch and read them and then tell people how good they were, even if that person wasn't into the genre. We see this all the time in video games. Vampire Survivors, Deep Rock Galactic, Valheim, Among Us, Factorio, Satisfactory, Don't Starve, and of course, Helldivers. These games weren't super successful because they had wonderful marketing. It's because people played them and then told their friends, or left a positive review, which leads to a 90% rating. These 2 things are more likely to make someone buy the game than any trailer will. But the only way to get these things is to make an absolute banger. AAA has seemingly forgotten this in the last little bit. As of the 12th of March, I can jump into Helldivers and play it. The only time I can't get in is Friday night. When I'm in the game, I'll have like 1 crash into my first mission, and then for 3 to 4 hours after that, it's completely fine. And that happens every single time. The good news is the foundation of the game is incredible. They just need to fix the crashing and the servers, not fix the entire game. And then they just need a nice steady flow of content. There's so much potential in this game. You can do so much with the mission Galactic War setting. You could attack Super Earth. The automatons could attack our home. Or you could have planets where the automatons and the bugs both are. So you got yourself a triple threat match. More weapons, different planets, more mission types, armor. The devs have hired new people to come on board, creating jobs for people. People need those. We more often see the complete opposite in this industry. They're proving once again, if you make an amazing game, it will make you money. Arrowhead's mission statement is, we are dedicated to creating intensely thrilling game experiences for our players. We're on a mission to cure loneliness and build bridges, which I could totally get behind. That's adorable. And they really nailed it in Helldivers 2.
You have someone special at home?
Yeah. Your mother.
Okay, bro. You mother.
Watch this.
Right leg, left leg, shoot left leg.
What do you mean left leg?
He's
The
left
right
leg.
leg's bloody...
Look at his left leg.
No, that is right leg.
No, it's not. That's your right, you fucking idiot. That's his left leg.
Oh, but right. Why didn't you just say shoot the right leg?
Because I know my left and right stand to think about it, you
That's
fucking idiot.
confusing. Why would...
I'm really curious. That's lame.
We're hugging.
Wait, what?
Wait, you survived?
What?
How did you
The power of friendship.
Thank you for watching my video. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers. Thank you very, very much. Next one could potentially be on Payday 2, because I've been playing that, or GTA Online, because for some reason I'm playing these games. But Dragon's Dogma is coming out. Get out of there.